Today, we're going to unpack the incredible 130-year journey of Punjab National Bank, one of India's oldest financial giants. And this isn't just a story about banking. It's really a story of survival, of resilience, and some really smart, calculated growth. I mean, it's a fascinating question, right? Think about it. This is a bank that has seen the fall of an empire, the birth of a nation, and decades of economic transformation. So what on earth is its secret? Well, here's the key. PNB's story isn't just about slow and steady growth. Nope. It's a carefully built timeline of strategic mergers, of absorbing other banks to build itself into a national powerhouse. This right here is the absolute core of its evolution. Now, to really understand PNB, we have to go way back to its origins, because this wasn't just another business popping up. It was, in a way, an act of economic rebellion, born from a really powerful idea. You have to picture the context here. PNB was founded as a central pillar of the Swadeshi movement. The whole goal was to create a bank for Indians, by Indians, and with Indian money, designed to serve the nation's economic interests, not the British Empire's. And this just totally underscores that revolutionary spirit. I mean, it was founded in Lahore by the leaders of the independence movement, with huge figures like Lala Lajpat Rai involved right from the get-go. PNB actually became the first bank started solely with Indian capital that is still around today. It was a massive statement of self-reliance. But that revolutionary spirit, it was about to be tested in the most brutal way imaginable. Just over 50 years after it was founded, the bank faced a threat to its very existence, an event that would literally tear the subcontinent apart. Just think about that for a second. The bank was born in Lahore, which suddenly, almost overnight, became part of a new country, Pakistan. Its entire foundation was just shaken to its core. The scale of the loss was just staggering. The bank was forced to close 92 of its offices. That was a full third of its entire network, just gone. And the financial hit? Oh, it was even bigger. A massive 40% of the bank's total deposits were tied up in those very branches. For any institution, this could have easily been a fatal blow. But PNB survived. It made the painful, gut-wrenching decision to transfer its main office from Lahore all the way to New Delhi, basically forcing it to start over from scratch. This single act of resilience laid the foundation for its transformation from a bank on the brink of collapse to the financial giant it would one day become. So after surviving that absolute catastrophe, PNB entered a whole new phase. It wasn't just about rebuilding anymore. It was about expanding. And it found a really powerful way to do it: growth by absorption. And this strategy kicked in almost immediately. Just 4 years after partition, boom, it acquired Bharat Bank. A decade later, Universal Bank of India. The acquisitions just kept coming, including what were basically rescues of struggling banks, like Hindustan Commercial Bank in '86 and New Bank of India in '93. And make no mistake, none of this was random. Each and every acquisition was a deliberate move to expand its reach. For instance, just absorbing Hindustan Commercial Bank single-handedly added 142 branches to its network. This was a super calculated way to build a truly national presence. So this long history of consolidation was all building up to the single biggest event in the bank's modern era, a merger so huge it would totally transform its scale and its place in the Indian banking world forever. The 2020 amalgamation with Oriental Bank of Commerce and United Bank of India was an absolute game changer. What was already a major bank became, seemingly in an instant, the second largest public sector bank in the entire country. And to put that into perspective, just look at the numbers. The combined assets soared to nearly 18 lakh crore rupees. I mean, that's a number so big it's hard to wrap your head around. This single move created a true financial titan, and its physical reach just became immense. After the merger, PNB commanded a network of over 11,000 branches all across India. That kind of scale is a direct result of that long, consistent strategy of acquisition. But PNB's ambition, well, it didn't just stop at India's borders. That same drive for growth has pushed the bank right onto the global stage. And look at how diverse this international presence is. It's not just a few token offices. We're talking a full subsidiary in the UK, branches in major financial hubs like Hong Kong and Dubai, and even majority ownership in banks in neighboring countries like Bhutan and Nepal. This contrast really shows the whole scope of their operations, from serving everyday customers on the streets of India to running a full-fledged branch in the UK. This is a bank that truly operates at both the local and the global level. So let's just quickly recap this incredible journey. It started with a revolutionary founding in 1894, somehow survived the trauma of partition, and then kicked off its long history of growth with that first acquisition in 1951. Then came nationalization in 1969, bringing it under government ownership, and finally, the 2020 mega merger. It's truly a story defined by resilience and smart, strategic growth. Which, of course, leaves us with one final question. For a bank that has spent over a century growing by absorbing others, what comes next? As the financial world keeps changing, how will PNB continue to evolve and redefine its legacy? Now that's something to think about.